All right. Welcome back to Fallen London's Sunless Sea. We have stocked up with a lot of supplies, and we're going to be making a big old trip around the islands. First and foremost, we're going to return to London. Let's drop off some claymen that I had. Then I think what we'll do, I think we're going to go down this area, kind of knock out some of those end bits. At least this section here. And then I'm going to go up around this way to get those further right islands. Alright, let's deliver the clayman. Got an additional 100 echoes. I do have a secret. Let me talk to, who's the one that... Who do I talk to increase my stuff? Huh? Do you have any use for this? Offer magician a mirror catch box full of very angry snakes. Huh. What does this do? No use to me. There's not royalty. Perhaps that's why he's in such a tearing hurry to leave the room. But perhaps you've properly disturbed his composure. Okay, not you. Who do I talk to increase my iron? You? No. Yeah, here we go. So the gunner officers. Alright. It's a little off our hull. Not too bad. And we'll keep that on additional 100 echoes. Actually, no, wait. I should stock up with additional. Just because it's going to be cheaper here in London to buy fuel and stuff. Okay. Now we'll set out. Hello, Mr. Crab. Megalops. a port report. Very good. To go to Duma Island. Reoccurring nightmares, the Vesti. Oh, big, buddy. Of course, I need a better... I need 2 guns. Or 3. Alright. Let's explore the island. Oh. A Blemigan colony. At the heart of a salty little bog, you come across a pulsing mound of Blemigans. They are a rich dark purple, like viscera, perhaps or blackberries. They chitter as they swarm. The sound is like pebbles on a beach. Be careful. A single Blamigan is a nuisance. 100 are calamity. Assault the colony. Repulsive creatures, take what you can. Observe the colony. 58%. We'll observe the colony. Fascinating creatures, learn what you can. Dang it. Mildly diverting. They're some sort of purple mushroom. Unlike most purple mushrooms, they have tentacles and fangs, and they run around a lot, or as much as you get. Perhaps your mind's not on it. Alright, port. And we'll try for some supplies. Alright. See something swirling right here. I don't know what the horn's purpose is. The eye is here somewhere. Alright, skirt down here, then head to Fathom King Hold. Promised Sea, where the Drownies live. If you can call it living. They're essentially the water zombies. Okay, got some restless nights. Get that. Put some shore leaf. That's as far as we can go, apparently. And we're gonna head down to Adam's Way. Discover something new. Gardenian's Rocks. Carmine tint to the waves. We're approaching Adam's Way, where flows the mountain's blood. Alright, let us in. This is the thing where the tree will determine. Alright, now we have enough to visit an exhibition of Presbyterian curiosities. A pleasant distraction, you head towards the bright tents. The Sober Showman's exhibition. The signs advertises entertainments bristle with exclamation marks. In person, he is more circumspect. Grant your crew shore leave. Pay to spend an improving day at the exhibition. Visit the grotesquerie, a sign before the crimson tent. Today, behold a monstrous aboriginal of the elder continent, a disciple of the thief of faces. The tent, a cabinet of curiosities. A sign outside the tent reads, revealed for the first time innumerable mysteries of the interior, a profusion of Presbyterian secrets to perplex and petrify. Case catches your eye. It is labeled the Covenant. Let's check the cabinet of curiosities. The Pester Saith. Here is a plaster cast of one of the tablets that stands at the mountain's foot. A helpful plaque furnishes a transcription. The Prester saith, when I die, yet shall I not die. The hour of my death shall be chosen, yet no man shall choose it. I am eternal, yet my reign is circumscribed by law and fate. I will feast at my funeral. My child shall be my cupbearer. Okay. Let's check out the grotesquerie. Inside. It barely fits in the cage, but a skeptical eye would notice that the cage is too small for its occupant to create an impression of barely constrained hugeness. If the creature could stand, it would be, 8 feet tall? 10? Exceptional, not monstrous. Its skin is grimy, its hair lank. Above its nose is a swirl of scarred tissue, a single eye, seared closed. Was this the very gigantic gigante blinded by Odysseus? Showman wonders. We cannot say, of course. Right. Let's try to visit the hospital. Anything else? No, I've done this. Let's try to catch a nut. Fruitless. And, attend a funeral feast. A public square, a gathering of the bereaved, uncannily cheerful, a table shining with cutlery, white china plates, tall glasses. Curiosity, you move closer for a better look. The replete occupied lofty positions in the Presbyteriate's military. Despite their sanguinary past, they dine with the Prester and send their children to be educated at London's university. However, they maintain their tradition of eating their dead. The feasts are held in public. Here, in a broad square, stretches a splendid table. The departed was only a distant relative, some great aunt or second cousin, and the atmosphere is jolly. Servants carry the deceased over in steaming joints, cooked to perfection, to perfect pinkness. A stately mourner stands, already wobbly from wine. Shall I carve? Merely observe. The locals hurry by, unwilling to watch. It's the foreigners who linger and gawk. Accept an invitation to dine. The feasters recognize something about you. They add an extra chair to the end of the table. Oh yeah, I did have to eat my crew that one time. Let's not make a habit of it, though. Sit at the table as a guest of honor. The gray-haired matriarch nods to you. Here is one of an appetite. Join us. Our dearly departed was a soldier. It took 8 bullets to kill her. Her strength came from us and will return to us. Hurry away. Best not to look. Steal scrapped from the table. The servants are vigilant. Funerals are private occasions, even one conducted in public. Gawk. I will just gawk. Feasting. The plummy anthropologist cranes her neck for a better view. This isn't normal here, you know, she tells you, noticing your interest. The other nations of the Presbyteria think they're crackers. Still, I bet the Prester finds them useful. The threat of imminent cannibalism must facilitate no end of diplomatic negotiations. A salt cellar passes along the table. Napkins dab at mouth corners. The anthropologist is warming to her subject. I hear the practice began with one of their forebears who sailed into the far north. I may have to take a trip that way myself, see what it's like for myself. All right. Shall return. Shrine to stone. Glittering altar carved with signs of the south. Alright, hit Anguille. Swirling darkness up ahead. Oh. Burst of irigo light, color of forgetting. Did I get it? Port. Alright, we'll sacrifice some memories of the Nook. A release. You press the needle into your palm. There's a drop of blood, a jolt of pain. The needle grows. For the first time since leaving the Nook, you feel the pressure of your own blood straining against your skin. Intolerable, hot, too hot, bursting in air. A fantasy, a future. We will taste this. The pressure under your skin seeps away like the slow deflating of a balloon. It leaves a hole in your mind, already folding in on itself and becoming impossible to remember. Okay. Do one more. That'll be as much as I do. Okay. Darkness draws in, Bosun calls it the lady's mantle. I get that spot. Stop by Varkas. Mustached. Ah, nice. Butterflies. What are you guys? Valerian bats. You are high the amount of health, so I'm gonna leave you guys alone. Very pretty though. I need a secondary gun. Alright, let's get back to Varkas. Port. Alright, I'm gonna talk to the White Cloak guard. Tomas, he presses his hand together in greeting. That gives you an anguished look. You look terrible. Are you sick with the terrible outsider's disease, or is that what your nose is naturally like? Over your protestations, he gives you directions to the hospital. Oh, the medics are all butchers, to be sure, but they walk in the light of Mihir, he adds breezily, and then points out the guardhouse in vague direction of the Temple of Mihir, a street bar and gaming houses. We don't want to get a reputation of being hospitable. He laughs, as if he made a grand joke, and you laugh along weakly. What are the entertainments? Gaming house. Arguing priests. Let's see what the arguing priests. Okay, I've done this before, I know. Hospital. Let's check the open ward. Most of these wounds happened outside the city on hunting expeditions or trade missions, the dour-faced nurse explained severely, raising her voice, which is why most of these maligrers are guards. The patient nearest to her pretends to swoon, but what would I do anyway from your gentle, tender gaze, oh fair nurse? He clasps his hands to his bosom. Surely I would wither and perish. We'll see who withers when I give you your sponge bath, she retorts, and her patient draws up his blankets meekly, though his mouth still curves with a smile. The mirrorless room. That is where we keep the mirror maid. The mirror mad, she says with a shudder. The mirrors whispers to them. And instead of going to the sun priest, they whispered back. And you just abandon them in a locked room? We don't despise them. They are given food and water. Tending the mirror mad uses up as much fuel as Mihir's temple, because they can only be lit with direct lamp. We don't dare let them near any mirrors. She shudders again. The mirror mad are worse than Tamas. They no longer serve Mihir, but other powers, those that speak in dreams and visions. She refuses to say anything else. Fungal infections? The dour-faced nurse ties a mask around your face before leading you into the ward, which is set over 2 floors. First thing you notice are the patient's constant racking coughs. We give them syrups and remedies, the nurse tells you, but lung bloom is a chronic condition. Coughing is the only symptom in the milder cases, but as you walk further in, you begin to see hands and feet covered in mold and their chests budding with little mushroom cups and lichen, and even a young girl with a fringed red-orange fungal flower blooming in place of an eye. It's the fungal harvester's disease, the dour-faced nurse tells you sadly, pulling you away. It only gets worse in the heat and light, but what can we do? Alright. Guard, do I have anything for you guys? Let me try this again. Dang it. Alright, well, we're going to the end now. Let's go to the courtyard. We listen to the musicians. Let's use our mirror charm again. Alright, and we're done. Okay, just know since I've read stuff before, I'm not going to read it twice. So if you want to know what happens, you go back to my previous stories. Alright, to King Eater Castle. Why are you guys blue? Eesh. Okay. Alright, you guys hit a little too hard for my liking. See his statues. Right. An act of burning faith. Scald hold sway over here. Storm, salt sea, suspend and look to lower your terror. Ah, nice. Red roaring light. At King Eater's castle, one finds unexpected words rising easily to the lips. You speak them, and so do your sailors as they bring the offering pyre. The heart is destiny's engine, the bosun mumbles. He looks embarrassed. We shall all return. You find yourself reply. You light the pyre and stand back. The flames warm you, warm your crew, and light plays on your faces. In your outstretched hands, the darkness shrinks back in crackling flames as the sound of home. Okay. Let's get a port report. Lose your mind. Offer your thoughts to the altar. Do not do this. Keep your crew. Don't do this. And construct the flugellent impeller. Under directions of the mechanic, your crew pierced slabs with black ivory together as the ancients were able to assemble stone walls without mortar. Sometimes they must saw a piece in half and abrade its sides to make it fit, but the work proceeds with surprising speed. The impeller begins to take shape, a squat, heavy-shouldered shape, like a scarecrow built to resemble an engine. I don't think this is engineering anymore, the mechanic confides. The rest is witchcraft. I don't really mind. This is to create something, but we need a lot of parts. Alright. Then up to Shelinat. Check out the sea of statues. Town. Being watched. Alright. Tails for the bone. We don't have enough for that. Let's get a port report. And that's all we can do. Stop by the Gant Pool. Alright. Let's assist her. The ways of Aspis. Gantful awaits its next weary beast. Port report. Let me speak with you. Need recent news. Ask about the traveler. Matter for later. About you. You seek down here. I don't know if I've read this. I'll read it. For many years, I considered Wither my home, a city where answers are forbidden. It was quite relaxing after more than one lifetime of being expected to have them. But I broke the rules to spare a child's tears, and for that I was cast out. I will return the fabled question that can only be answered with truth. I respect chuckles, resting her hand on your arm. Ah, you think I waste my final years on futile revenge? It is a purpose. I dream. At my age, it is important to have one. Sepulchral rise with living corpses aspiring to be nothing but dust. My kings do not need another. Previous visitors. Right. So I need a foxfire candle to explore this place further. Buy some Stygian ivory. All right. Lauren Fluke. I do not have 2 guns to take you down. Quickly. Dang it. What the heck is that? Whatever it is, it's big, scary, and I'm not going to engage with it. We need more guns. Preparing for the Silk Festival. Meet with an emissary of spiders. He has witnessed much, yet seen nothing since the sorrow spiders he serves harvested his eyes. Ah, my good sir, is it madam, or another salutation perhaps? Pardon my ignorance. He taps his blindfold. The honor of serving the acrimonious masters does somewhat leave one at a disadvantage in a matter of detail, he smiles. Blind to flight is not, however, deaf to humor. I wonder, am I to prevail upon the good-natured individual I have heard contributed so much to our little festival? Splendid, splendid. He leans in close. My benefactors have charged me with seeking a special subsistence for a special occasion. I am sure an experienced sailor such as yourself sees through the necessary enthusiasm. Shall we say unfortunate of little future, such as your tomb colonists, or perhaps a select few to find a different destination for the greater good? I can promise more than fair compensation for a subsequent for any subsequent regrets. You may be able to obtain trusting tomb colonist tourists at Venderbite if you assist them in the past. Supplies for silk. Delivery of trinkets. Just trinkets. Actually, I don't have wine. Scuttling reaches. Can't do that. Getting a little low on food. I need to head back soon if we can't get any more. Yeah, I think after this I'm gonna head back. Getting a little too low on provisions for my liking. I got supplies. Okay. Exotic delights. Oh, yeah. How do we get that much? Okay then. Continuing on apparently. Right, stop at the hideaway. Back of a giant beast. It's gonna report. Buy a memento for the slow-picking vendor. Help the spryly visionary. He's industrious for one so old. He's always running the city, aiding his keeblemen. Nope. Check on the investigator. Nope. Don't really want to join a festival. Okay. Continuing on. Now we're gonna go to the Empire of Hands. Mustache, oder? Die mustache. Hey, get back here. I'm not done with you yet. Alright, there we go. Whoa. Defeated a behemostache. Mouth gapes, its eyes dull. Harvest the flesh of its flesh and moustache. One is oily, the other is both oily and magnificent. Dig around in the inner. It's not a pleasant job, but perhaps the most profitable. Let the beast go. This wound is fatal, surely head to camp hole. I'll send it to camp hole. Continue that quest. Alright. Let us see. Let's get a port report. Let's check the Zeppelin. Contribute fuel. We're not going to do that right now. Audience with you. Thank you. Let's check the court. Wild Wheeled Court. Visitor in the court. A duel. What passes for court business draws you to a halt. It's two high-souled monkeys. Prepare to draw blades. An epic duel to humiliation. When monkeys duel, every surface becomes part of the fight. They climb the walls, hang from the ceilings, charge through the cheering crowd, with no care for who or what their rapiers may cut and slice. Death is not the goal. For the loser to forever remember this day and this defeat with burning shame was reward enough. Bets are taken. Unfortunately, you have insufficient resources to take part, much to the disgust of the nearby monkeys. It is still an exciting show, though, ending only with the loser wounded. It is dragged away to be shaved, made to forfeit a soul as the winning trophy. Visitor in court. Pentecostalites earn honor of seeing inside this place. Few are still happy to see a human here. Mob of monkeys. Just getting around is almost impossible. Three high-souled monkeys fight over which has the most stylish wig. Stampede breaks out when a merchant stall collapses and all descend to take advantage. Two mandarin come close blows for a particularly valuable soul. The screeching chaos is unbearable. You retreat to a quiet corner, at least quiet as you could find. Silent gallery. When the emperor sleeps and feasts, the exquisite seneschal coordinates the great exodus. Chandelier of souls. Your rising status in court has inspired assorted parties to inquire about your willingness to meet. No, I feel like they're going to take my soul if I do that. Silent gallery. You are granted permission to enter. The silence is a pleasant slap to the face, sweet scented with incense. Inside, the exquisite seneschal deals with the many demands and complaints of the court. Okay, return to court. No, that's gonna make me lose my soul, I bet. Alright, Let's check Heartsake Village. Lost Treasure Hunter. Drink supplies. Trade supplies for foxfire candles. No, thank you. Turn to the boat. Let's check the delightful adventuress's camp. How's she doing? How are you doing, ma'am? Okay, outside the vault. Trying to force the doors. The delightful adventuress consults papers while her claimant barbarous and small crew of variably hardworking monkeys try to force open the doors. Ah, you're here, she calls. Do pick up a crowbar. There's a dear. A bit of elbow grease should do it. Right, on the count of 3. Muscles, human and primate alike, strain as the delightful adventuress harries everyone along. Finally, with a crack and a screech of triumph and exhaustion, the doors slide open. Inside is just blackness. There now, everyone, chalk top, declares the adventuress, striding into the dark with a personal glime lantern. Beside her, her monkeys collapse to the ground, gasping occasionally stolen words and squeals of protest escaping into the air. Alright, so this is where we'll need a foxfire candle. So actually, that's what I shall do. We'll get 1 foxfire candle. Right. Trade is complete. He breathes with relief. Thank you. His nips can take your ears off about leaving things on your plate, but at least other people's ears. Pardon me. Now we can go into the vault. Enter the vault. The doors into the depths. Antechamber. At the bottom of the stairs is a room with a sealed stone door. In front that stands a pointed placed plinth holding 3 thin pillars with some stone discs. The delightful adventuress rolls her eyes. A trial of the mind, it appears. How very adorable. It appears that our monkey friends, ancestors, have absorbed more than a few souls with a passion for things of the pulp. Oh well, that should make things interesting. She slaps her shoulder. Do the honors, Capitano. All right. Solve the puzzle. 3 poles, stone discs. Oh, please. The towers of Hanyo puzzle. What little children. That little children's game that has been amusing London in recent years. This antechamber must be a more recent addition to the vault than it looks, if even monkeys have brought it into its legend. Easy enough. A minor problem suddenly reveals itself. Well, I see you have this under control, declared the delightful adventuress. Heading back upstairs, I leave it in your evidently very capable hands. Our moves remains a child. It's almost 15 stone discs. Cannot be serious about this, surely. Okay. 1 move at a time, 1 move at a time. If you keep this up, you should be done to see the 6th city. Blow it open with dynamite. Oh. Okay, I know. Boom. Bits of rubble and clockwork fly. The stonework trembles slightly as if about to collapse, but then settles just the occasional plink-plink of metal and tinkle of fallen shards and gears of all sizes. Well, that's clearly one solution, declares the delightful adventuress, unplugging her ears, I think, though, darling, I shall be taking the rest of those. Cannot fault your thinking, but we would rather reach the center of this quaint little tomb without ourselves becoming buried in it, would we not? Still, splendid resourcefulness, splendid. Top marks. Okay, I was wondering about those sticks of dynamite. Press on into the temple. What trials await through the technically a doorway, over melted cogs and fallen rubble? A huge maze stretches out before you. The delightful adventuress produces a large ball of yarn. With all due credit to Theseus, she says, nailing one end into the wall. I suspect, however, we shall not have to worry about a minotaur lurking in this particular maze. Come now. Such things are hardly a problem for a woman of adventure. This will take but a jiffy. She leads the way with utter confidence, even when it becomes clear she has no idea where she is going. Even when it becomes painfully obvious to all that she is merely turning left at every intersection, confident that eventually this will lead to the exit. The string runs out long before the maze does, yet somehow this does not feel like an insurmountable problem for returning. Onwards. This part of the temple looks distinctly more ancient, more carefully crafted by its architects. A sense of respect and history pervades. Hall of Histories. A mosaic floor stands between you and the door. The delightful adventuress catches your arm before you can step onto it. Oh, sweetie, she sighs, pointing at the walls. Little holes run down, both of them, just large enough to see the readied crossbow bolts behind. Isn't this wonderful, she says. I have seen many, many tombs, and most just put something big and heavy in front of the door. Bless their hearts for putting all this effort into something nobody was ever supposed to see. Anyway, be a dear. I will be outside if you need me. She heads back to check on her camp. All right. Attempt to read the inscriptions. A language is unrecognizable. Is it a bit of a pictogram? Was it by the cricket stumps? Examine the mosaic floor. 9 colored tiles stretch across this corridor. Be careful. Choosing wrong may lead to a wound. 3 wounds mean death. If you know to correct order, you may be able to find a safer way. Examine it. Too far to jump. Blast the monkeys, though. Thought of that, at least. It would be difficult to get the ladder down here. It would be very risky to simply guess, but a solution must be around somewhere, or an alternative. Let's try to read the inscriptions. No use, it's gibberish. Maybe one of the monkeys can help, but it seems unlikely. Not much writing in the Empire of Hands. Most of it simply borrows from fallen London or Connaught. Anyone capable of reading this is likely long dead. Try again. Your skills still fail you. The monkey tongue follows no apparent rules, being a creole of many and dilated with each new scribe. It would take someone capable of writing it to even stand a chance at deciphering it, but the age of the inscriptions and lack of anything similar elsewhere in the Empire hand suggested it's a long-lost art. Perhaps the exquisite senescal could help. Okay, at least it tells me where I'm supposed to go next. You leave the vault. Monkey's already poking and prodding at the completed rooms, crowbarring gems and valuable stonework out of both sale and hoarding. Alright, so let's see if I can duck to the senescal. Look around the shore. Ask for help translating the inscriptions. I need a 10, which means I'm going to probably have to help you guys with your Zeppelin project. Palace of Avarice. You can feel the eyes on you as slowly trudge around the court on your ineffective human legs, constantly being pinched and poked and having your pockets picked. There's no shame in it for the apes, not even the one you catch in the act. Just spits in your face and scampers off making rude gestures. A pair of mandarins shake their heads at their low-souled brethren for an act of ambition as much as anything else. Alrighty. Now to Irene. All right. Pillared City. Port. So I need coffee to be here. Sacrifice a lamp and relic. You will break the ice on the wide pool. You will lose a relic in. For 2 moves in the great game. Life lived. When the waves settle, you will see the falling snow and black bark. You will see 2 men standing in wintry woods. The younger will prove himself to the older. Others have done so before. Others will do so after. Visions will change. The old man will sip coffee on a sunlit street. He will write an order. Send a pawn below to London. All right. Okay. How many secrets do I have? Last market. How many secrets? I have 3. I'll buy a watchful curio so I can talk to the... What's his face? We'll go... I don't know if we'll be able to get to Polythorn. I need to fast track to... I can make it to Polythorn. And I can pick up some tomb colonists. And then I think I might have to call it episode once I get the Polythorn, because I'm going a bit over. time. Electric shiver in the air. Storm is watching, so the sailors say. Excuse me. I'm not interested in fighting you, O glorious dreadnought. One day I will have one of my own. Warn some merchants about rack. The tavern patrons are so rank as sopping cups seem well behaved in comparison. Evidently, the sailors will soon travel to Rack on a lucrative contract. The captain is buying rounds for everyone, despite the beer's gurgle prayers for deliverance. His sailors dance on the table that groans and whimpers. Alright, they told me this before. Alright. Let's give me some claymen. An audience with the king of 100 hearts. Clay broker leaning on his copper staff examines you coldly. The king will see you, little friend, he says. No, he won't see you, not just now. He gestures for you to hand him the watchful curio. That night, the hill of Polythern quakes. The words on the walls uncurl themselves. The birth cries are everywhere heard. A clayman sit up, opening incurious eyes, awaiting their tithings to London. The clay broker waits on the quarry side. On the flat palm of his broad hand, the watchful curio squats, but it is changed. Our regards to stone is all he says. I now have one wakeful idol. Its eyes glitter with awareness. Its melancholy has dissipated. You now sense anticipation. Okay, what does that do? Okay, I can still sell some of this. Okay. This is where we'll have to end it for now. I think we got some money, so we could stop by a port on the way back to get some additional gas and stuff, and then we'll make our way back to London, see how much we get. Trying to get a new gun so I can start to fight stuff again. Till then, yeah, that's gonna be at the next time. Alright, so I hope you're enjoying my readings, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao, ciao.